Hello students, in this video we will start with the examples of exercise 3.1. So in the previous videos we understood the concept of how many units we can use to measure an angle. So starting from the number of revolutions, then degrees and radians, and then we understood how to convert a radian into a degree and then degree into a radian. So example number 1 deals with that kind of question. We have 40 degrees and 20 minutes and we have to convert it into a radian measure. Now we know that 180 degree is equal to pi radian. Okay. And then to convert 40 degree and 20 minutes, we will first convert it into a mixed fraction or a normal fraction. So 40 degrees is fine. Then 20 minutes is what? So 1 minute is equal to 1 upon 60 degrees, right? So to convert this also into degrees, we will divide 20 minutes by 60. Then we have 40 plus 1 by 3 degrees. Okay, so I'll just quickly add this. So here I have 121 upon 3 degrees. Now when you are given a measure in degree and you have to convert it into radian, you will simply multiply it by pi by 180. So we can write as 121 upon 3 multiply by 1 degree is equal to pi by 180. Now this will be a radian measure. Okay. So I'll just multiply 121 by pi and 3 into 18 is 54. So 540 radian is the answer. Moving on to example number 2. So here you are given 6 radians and you have to convert it into a degree measure. Again we know that pi radian is equal to 180 degree. So 1 radian is equal to 180 degrees upon pi and 6 radians will be equal to 180 upon pi multiplied by 6. Now you can leave it at that also. You can just multiply 180 by 6, which will give you 1080 upon pi, or if you want you can solve it further by putting the value of pi, which if you solve it fully you will get something like 343 7 by 11. So it's given in the example here. You can leave it at this point also. You can leave it at this point also, but if it's given in the question, or if it's a if it's a 1 mark question, then you can simply leave it at that. If it considers more marks, then you need to put the value of pi and then solve the complete value. Okay, so what they have done is they have simply divided and the non whole number remainder they have considered and converted it into minutes, and further they have converted the remainder minutes into seconds just to show the complete value. So okay, let me just do it for you. So if you have 1080 upon 22 by 7, okay, then if you divide it by 22, then you will get 343, but then after that you will get a value in decimals. Okay, but we don't want to show the degree in decimals, so what we will do is we will make the remaining remainder, that is 7 upon that will be 14 upon 22. So this is, you can leave it at that also, but let's say you want to convert it into minutes, you don't want to convert it into only degrees. So 343 degrees is fixed. Now you have 14 upon 22 minutes to convert, 14 upon 22 degrees. To convert this into minutes, you will multiply it by 60. After you multiply it by 60, you will get 38 minutes full, and then you will be left with 2 upon 11 minutes which are not fully divided. To convert this into seconds, you will multiply it again by 60, and then now also it is not fully dividing, you will get 10.9 seconds, but you can approximate this value to 11. So your answer is 343 degrees 38 minutes and 11 seconds. So going forward we will in detail we will solve these questions. Moving on to example number 3. So here we have, find the radius of the circle in which the central angle, So theta is 60 degree and length of arc is 37.4 centimeter. Pi we have to use as 22/7. So we have to find the radius. So there is a relationship we read about, right? That angle subtended by, where did the formula go? Okay, so this is the formula we are going to use, which we read in last video, that radius of a circle is length of arc upon angle subtended by it, right? So angle subtended, length of arc is 37.4, angle subtended is theta, but in the formula this angle is in radians. So we have to convert 60 degrees into radians first. To convert it into radian, what we will do is we will multiply 60 by pi upon 180. Okay, if you can multiply pi upon 180, you will get pi by 3, which is the angle in radians. So we will replace theta by pi upon 3, which will be 37.4 upon 22/7 into 3. Once you solve this, you will get 35.7 centimeter. Moving on to example number 4. So example number 4, you are given that the minute hand of a watch is 1.5 centimeter long. How far does its tip move in 40 minutes? Okay, so here we will use the same formula, but यहाँ पे हमें radius already given है, क्योंकि हम अगर हम ऐसे क्लॉक को इमेजिन करें इन अ सर्कल, सो लेंथ ऑफ द मिनट हैंड इज़ 1.5 सेंटीमीटर और 40 मिनट्स में लेट्स से इट्स एट 12, देन at 12:40 how much angle will it subtend in 40 minutes? Okay, so यहाँ से इसको यहाँ आना है तो ये 40 मिनट्स होगा, राइट? तो कितना इसका वो होगा लेंथ ऑफ आर्क, like we have to find this distance. Okay, so in 60 minutes, so we know in 60 minutes the angle made by the minute hand is 360 degrees, and in 40 minutes it will make an angle of 360 upon 60 multiplied by 40. So this will be 240 degrees, and then we need to convert it into radians. So to convert it into radians, we will multiply this pi by 180. Now if we multiply this by if we may simplify it, we will get 4 pi by 3 radians angle. And to find the length traveled by the tip of the arc, we will use this formula. So length upon theta is equal to r, we know. So length will be r into theta. R is 1.5 and theta is 4 pi by 3. So it's 3 by 2, so it's going to be 2 pi, which is 6.28 centimeter. Then moving on to example 5. So you are given that if the arcs of the same lengths of two circles subtend angles 65 and 110, find the ratio of their radii. Okay, so let the radius be in the ratio r1 and r2. The angle subtended by circle 1 is 65 degrees and angle subtended by circle 2 is 110 degrees. Length is same for both of them. It's not given, but it's same. So we know that length is equal to r1 into theta. R into theta is the length. So since these are equal, we know that r1 theta 1 is equal to r2 theta 2. Okay, so r1 by r2 we need to find. So theta 2 is 110 and theta 1 is 65. So this ratio is the required ratio. So 5 1s are 5, 5 3s are 15, 5 2s are 10. So 22/13 is the ratio between r1 and r2. नाउ यहाँ पे हमने उसे नहीं कन्वर्ट किया रेडियन में, बट यू नीड टू कन्वर्ट जस्ट टू शो दैट यू नो दैट दिस वैल्यू इज़ नॉट इन डिग्रीज. बट अगर हम कन्वर्ट करते भी तो वी वुड हैव मल्टीप्लाइड बोथ द रेडियन एंगल्स बाय पाई बाय 180 एंड दैट वुड हैव सिंपली कैंसल्ड आउट. So that would not affect our answer. Okay, so moving forward we will solve exercise 1.1 and then in detail we will understand how to convert the decimals into minutes and degrees.